decision, Todd?
Welcome, YouTubers. It is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming in with the Saturday day before game day report. If you haven't heard by now, Cowboys got good news on the injury fronts. So it looks like that Michael Gallup will play, along with who else is active? Gallup will play. It looks like Antoine Woods and Tyron Crawford might be game time decisions. It just depends on who they're going to make active and deactivate for the game. As a defense, we might need that help, but I don't think it's worth their health to activate them for this game if they can definitely be around. Wait for one more week or even two, since we'll be playing the Jets next. It might be wise to just sit them. I'd have sat Gallup for this game, in my opinion. I mean, I understand how great he is for the offense, but I don't want him re-aggravating his knee or anything with people taking low shots like they do. But if he feels he's good to go, I guess he's going to have to be good to go. It might just limit him in the game anyway, and probably switch him out with Cobb on a lot of plays. But we'll have to see what they'll scheme up. Which, after last week against the Saints, I'm scared of any kind of scheming that they'll think of right now. Because that totally looked like a Linehan offense. There was nothing but 9 curl routes. They just run out, come back, run out, come back. There was nothing past 10 yards. There was no sluggos. There was no go routes. Nothing. I mean, it was just a straight Linehan offense, and if those passes didn't work, they would just try to run up the middle like that helped them. I mean, running up the middle against their defense was not helping anybody. There was no design runs on the outside. There was no real play action. There was no outside run plays. I mean, they didn't even use Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is an explosive piece in your weaponry, and you didn't even put him on the field like talking about. So, to be honest, I don't know what to expect from this game. I just hope in the long run that they figure it out. You know, defense. This bend don't break stuff is getting ridiculous. I'm glad we got our interception, and I'm glad it was Cheeto, because the way that people punish his side of the field, it's nice to see he got one. Unfortunately, it didn't matter because we couldn't do anything with it. As far as play calling goes, yeah, that was kind of a vanilla play calling game. I don't know why they went that route, and you saw after halftime there were absolutely no adjustments made. And that's the kind of Linehan crap that we're sick of. But you can't really be mad at Linehan, and you can't be mad at Kellen Moore, because this is a Jason Garrett offense. And he's been running this crap since 2006, 2007. And they've never changed. They disguise it very well, but they still run the same basic plays from the 90s from Jason Garrett. There's never real any innovation. And, I mean, I get it. It was one off season. And if it was Kellen Moore having a whole offseason to just rip up the actual playbook and make his own, we might be better off. But we'll have to see. If we totally tank this year, then more than likely we could see something like that happen, because Garrett won't be back. His butt is on the hot seat, and he should know it. So that game cost us, but 3-1 coming out of the first quarter, I'll take it. I'm not mad. So, going against Green Bay, you know you got to stop that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, right? Hopefully our defense does that. I mean, some of our better defensive games try to step up during Green Bay, but at times they lax in judgment, and a lot of times they lax in refereeing, because we'll get some momentum either on offense or defense, and then there'll be one boneheaded mistake and flags will fly. That seems to happen against Green Bay a lot. Doesn't look like Devontae Adams is going to play, so that's going to take one of their threats away deep. Thankfully, he more than likely won't be there, because I can tell you now, if he was playing, he'd have been on Cheeto's side, and Cheeto would have been ate up all day. Because they don't, for some reason, they kind of refuse to get him safety help, and he's not, when he's one-on-one, he's not looking back for the ball. That's his issue. There's been plenty of times he's been in position, he's gone step for step with a receiver, but he just doesn't turn around and look for the ball. And the ball will bounce off his helmet, bounce off his back, or be near his arms, and he just doesn't see it. If he turn around, he can pick him off. And I think he'd lead the league in interceptions if he just got his head turned around. It's coachable, but I don't know. During games, it just doesn't happen for him. I don't know what it is. But Byron Jones is shutting down his half of the field. Who else? One of their running backs is not going to be playing. He got concussed in the Philly game, so he will not be active. So that looks like we're pretty evenly matched right now. The only advantage is they got Aaron Rodgers. We got Dak Prescott. Nothing against Dak, but Aaron Rodgers has proved he's consistent, and he's been there once before and got a ring. But I believe Dak will have to show up in this game, but not to what people think, where he needs to go throwing for 30 attempts and 300 yards and 4 touchdowns or anything. Just play your game. That's all Dallas needs to do. Play your game and your momentum. If you can get up early and have your defense hold it down, that's all you got to do. Our offense is built to outlast. They're not built to try to keep up and outrun. But it is what it is. Hopefully, by the time Sunday Night Football hits, we will know if we're 4-1 or 3-2. 3-2 does not look good in our division, because more than likely Philly will beat the Jets. The Giants have a bit of a game, and the Redskins, there's no way in hell they're beating the Patriots. But I wouldn't count any team out on any given Sunday. So we'll just have to see what happens, right? One game at a time. We're just going to have to step up. That's all we can do. We're on the march and our quest for 6. We got to do our thing and get there. All right. Thank y'all for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I hope you do what you need to do. Click them thumbs ups. Click them bell icons for notifications when I make new videos. Subscribe to everything. See all of the other people that are on the YouTube. And have a good day. Peace.